Live.
Hello.
Orlando, what episode are we on this time?
131.
131. We got 50JittSteppa.
Yo, what
you know what I'm saying? All the way from Palm Beach.
Most dope.
Doing some dope shit. I was actually introduced to your music by my nephew. My nephew be introducing me to all the dope artists, and I try to make sure I bring them all up. So I had SCY Jim up here, FCG Heem up here. You know what I mean? And it was only right that we got 50JittSteppa in the building.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? 17 years old, Palm Beach. So let the people know who you are.
Man, this 50JittSteppa, man. What the business is, 17, Palm Beach County, Fort Pierce, all that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let everybody grab a drink, grab their smoke real quick. But while I'm letting them do that, I'm gonna play a track for them. This shit's called "Love All" from your new tape, Florida Nights.
Shit from the 95 to the turnpike.
DJ Matty Ice.
You know this shit run deep.
Yeah.
Me and my little bro 50JittSteppa. 50, let's take over the world.
Mama told me not to be in the trenches, I ain't listen. Dove in that water with no flow, they gotta pay attention. They ain't about my shit a year ago, but now I make them listen. I don't do no booing on the ground, cause I don't want attention. You said what about little 50, keep me out your mentions. He said he walked down with that, try to leave him shitty. I don't know what's up, these niggas flagging, they ain't get up with me. I lost my mom, my brother died, I keep the city. Hanging out the window, trying to clear the business. Yeah, I lost my mind, they got my heart going. Heart broke, everybody know I ain't never speaking on that business, but we been in some real smoke. I know you wanna take it up, but you a real hoe. Damn, hold it back, we been out the windows, up and with extendos. Niggas try to do kick those crackers, can't have to get low. Nigga ain't gon' like me, but I'm sliding, that shit say tenfold. My brother wants your head, I'm hanging out, trying to go flip, bro. Damn, like how that shit supposed to be. Nigga said that he want my head, I'm slide with that heat. I don't ever run through no talking, especially to the police. Can't turn me to no hashtag, they won't be smoking on me. I spoke them youngest creep, jumping out, they trying to use his feet, put that little bitch to sleep. Rhyme with that heat, knock niggas down, they know what's up with me. I want all they heads, we slide hopping out that dirty Jeep. And I got slugs for all them pussy niggas saying they smoke with me. Walk them down, gon' do it, nigga nasty, we don't play games. Hit them with that K and watch them drop, we like to take brains. Speaking on my dog like that's your work, boy, you a straight lane. Don't let us catch a loaf and walk you down and leave your shit stain. Nigga know what happening, we stand on that business. These niggas flagging for the net, say get up with me. I don't got no raps for none of y'all, I'm tryna swing that 50. Other glizzy got an extended clip on it. Do a nigga nasty, fuck your dog, and you bit homie. I'm the sickest with this rap shit, don't act like you been on me. Damn, your bitch come through tryna sit on me. Fucking everybody who don't care, I put that dick on me. Hanging out the window, want that nigga dead, want his head going. X mark the list, these niggas dead wrong. They already know how I live and jump out and hit his man's door. Wait, caught that other nigga, left him by the damn stool. They don't wanna take it down, pressure, we can play that. Niggas know what it is, no opponents, my nigga spray that. Say he smoking on my brother, now we going to get some payback. I don't play them type of games, I'm tryna spray and push his face back.
See, one thing I for sure know about you is that you know how to talk shit.
Right?
So I need to hear that shit all this episode. You feel me? Orlando, turn my mic up a little bit. Turn the volume up. I need to hear myself a little bit. Turn the headphones up. Yeah, just like that. I need to make sure I can hear myself nice and good because I know how to talk shit too. By the way, we took a little 2-week hiatus. Absolutely. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Novocaine in the building. It was your birthday last week, Friday. Sir. I decided it'd be cool if we just take a little bit of a break for a minute, relax,
appreciate that.
Kick back a little, and then all of a sudden I was like, you know what? Let's get that South Florida connection getting through. You know what I'm saying? Yes, so we had to bring up 50JittSteppa. I'm sorry because we had to move the dates a little bit because we got so much shit going on. It's crazy. There's a lot of shit going on. I mean, it ain't just you. Trust me. We moved like fucking 50 dates. No pun intended. But we just had to keep moving dates just because a lot of shit's going on for us right now. But I feel like that's the same shit that's going on for you. Let me get this a little bit lower. Yeah. You need to make sure this shit sounds right. We are live and direct. So I was saying, I feel like that's what's going on with your career now too, starting to take off.
Hell yeah, really, everybody, I understand where y'all coming from, you feel me? Everybody get busy. Shit, it be hard to move around a lot sometimes because it be a lot going on, so much happening in one place at one time.
So you're 17 years old.
Yeah.
Right? So school just started out here, right?
School started where I'm at too. I'm doing online school.
Online school? That's what I was gonna ask you. Since you're starting to blow up, I don't even think it'd be normal for you to be in school right now?
I mean, when I first caught my buzz, I was still in school. Like I caught the buzz around last year. Well, last school semester. Yeah. I was still there. I was going to school, not every day, but I was going every other day.
So what was that like, though?
It was fun.
Right.
It was fun.
Everybody checking for you. Everybody, where you at?
Nah, like, to be real, it's like, bro, before the buzz came, I already was getting love around the school because every time a fight would happen, I'd make a song about it.
Oh, shit.
So it was like, it used to be funny.
That's good marketing right there,
It'd be funny, though. Like, they'd be thinking everything cool, but then as soon as your people get beat up, they get put in the song. Now y'all fucking talking
yeah. It's all fun and games till it come back around to you.
Bingo.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the toughest part about what's going on right now with a lot of people reaching that fame so young, and then the social media generation, you know, shit goes viral immediately.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, how did you last the entire semester? That semester?
Yeah.
And then so no problems. You ain't get to no fights. You ain't have to make no songs about you beating somebody up.
I ain't, man.
You ain't get beat up, right?
I ain't get beat up.
Okay. I just had to make sure. You know what I'm saying? You got to ask that question just to make sure.
I ain't gonna act like I'm just the baddest motherfucker on the planet, though. You feel me?
Yeah.
I ain't get beat up. Nah.
Yeah. Okay. Straight up.
So and that's out in Palm Beach.
Nah, Fort Pierce.
Fort Pierce. Okay. So tell me a little bit about yourself. You're 17 years old, so I feel like most of the times when we're asking somebody to tell them a little bit about themselves, they're bringing you back right around to that time frame. So for you, what got you into music?
What got me into music, it was like my pops them, they was already doing that when I was little. They was into the music thing, so I've been around it my whole life. But I started rapping and like Well, my brother got the piano in 2010. Yeah, 2010. I started doing over the piano, and then.
So you're like 4 years old at this point.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, my brother was doing the piano thing. Then he had me rapping over that. I don't know. Y'all know Marshmello?
Yeah.
Yeah, when
like the techno house kind of.
When Jit first came out, his beats was hard, but they was different. So it's like, brother was like, tried it. That shit was ass, but
you gotta try though.
But I still tried it. You feel me?
Yeah.
But as the years went by, I started getting more serious with it. I was going to the library. They had a little studio in there. I had recorded a song, but it wasn't really about nothing. But then when I really started taking it serious, about a couple months ago, like 6 months ago, met my managers. After that, everything else been history from there.
Yeah, and I see you doing a lot of dope shit. See, you know, you're talking about rapping over these beats, right? But I noticed that in this tape right here, it seems like, you know, back in the day they used to call it jacking for beats. You know what I'm saying? That was like 50 Cent's thing. He came out. Now you got 50JittSteppa taking everybody's beats and smashing them on there. You know what I'm saying? So how did that project come about?
That project, it happened like, okay, we were working on a project that we finna drop soon. We was working on that, but to Feed the Streets, before that came out, we was like, man, we gotta drop something. So we put that together, grabbed a bunch of songs, like other people's songs that I had did, just threw it on the tape, fed the streets with it, for real.
Yeah, and then how was that received? Because that came out, was it 2 Fridays ago?
Yeah, 2 Fridays ago.
Yeah, so how's been the reception for it? Yeah.
Feedback been crazy. A lot of people really rock with it.
You got a crazy buzz. I was actually shocked that you went off the Renegade beat. That's not a beat that most people feel comfortable going off. I can't front.
Hey, that's crazy though. Like that song super old. Like I been did that song like a year ago, but I ain't never really. I dropped it on SoundCloud, but I took it down. Then I had sent it to them. They were like, they gonna tape. So
yeah.
From that day.
And then you set the tape off with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
First
So
song on
it was
that.
definitely a good look because that's not a beat that people want to play on right there. That's one that's only supposed to be for the pros.
Right.
And you went on that one. You went for a few minutes on that too.
Yeah, that was a long song.
That was some fire right there.
Appreciate you.
But the one we played, was it called Love All?
Yeah, Love All, the Drake
one.
and Jay-Z remix.
Yeah, that one goes crazy. A lot of them go crazy. You definitely talk a lot of shit. I'm like, man, this guy really is he really 17 years old? That's why I was speaking to one of y'all, and I'm like, I really don't know if he's actually 17 years old or if he was 17 years old 6 years ago, and I'm just catching all this news late because you really talk shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm somebody that the reason I'm up here right now in this podcast and shit is because I talk shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm old as hell now, but I'm good at talking shit. You know what I mean? But so I know that you get into the music. Now I'm listening to your music, you know, talking about coming up, and I hear on one of your tracks you talk about losing your mother and your brother.
Nah, not my mother.
You said in one of the tracks you said I thought you said I lost my mom's in it and lost your brother.
Nah, my mama alive, man.
Okay, good. Well, that's good.
Okay, thank God.
Hey, nah, though, I had, you probably, my little brother, though, my little brother, G. That shit was crazy, though.
Blood brother?
Nah, it wasn't my blood, but
Okay.
it was real close.
Okay. And now how has that like impacted the way you move around?
It was like, the way that happened, that situation was just thrown, so I really be watching everybody, but I know who with me, I know who ain't. Like,
Yeah,
I got a solid group of homeboys for real.
Yeah.
that's good to have and good to understand. And then, you know, as I got a nephew, and he is 19 years old now, and he's dealt with things of that nature, losing people close to him and shit like that. And it's tough because when people see somebody in your position, they envy that.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying? And it's everybody wants to be it, but they don't really understand the work it takes to be in it. So the way they kind of go about it was like, oh, well, I dropped the track, I should be fired now too. Like people should be listening to me,
right.
or whether it is they want the social media fame or whatever fame they want to be where you are. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely had, you know, when we had SCY up here, SCY was talking about how he had to kind of change the way he was moving around, and then he ended up getting shot not too long after he did the interview. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough. Always got to make sure that you keep the right circle around you. You know what I mean? This is just me being an OG trying to give you that advice, but always make sure you keep the people that matter around you, the people you know that's genuine love. So to know that at 17 is super dope. You know what I mean? Just always make sure you got your right team. You're listening to your OGs that are in your circle, because they're always going to be sitting there looking out for your best interest, no matter how hard-headed you might be. You know what I'm saying? Because we all have that hard-headed shit in us, especially when we're young. And I could tell that you got that shit in you just by listening to these records, man. I could tell. Am I wrong? Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't nobody correct that statement, so
so like you know what? Now you're out of school. You're doing the online school. What is like the creative process for you for the music?
Really, I be on some shit like however I'm feeling that day. That's what type of song I'm finna make, or what type of songs I'm gonna make that day. Other days, I probably just wake up, brush my teeth, take a shower, and just record all type of songs. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but it really be like, for real, it be based on my feelings and how I feel that day. So like, if I had a bad night, I wake up, rap about it. Or I'm having a great night, I'm rapping about it. Yeah. You feel me? Everything, it's like feelings and emotions.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's definitely all about emotions. I feel like that's the best time to actually try to put things on wax, when you're really feeling it.
Right.
But it's also those times where maybe you're not feeling like rapping today. How do you get into that zone when you don't necessarily feel like it? Like, how do you get to some people light a can or turn the lights down low. We gonna bring in some smoke or whatever the case might be.
I really, when I don't feel like rapping, it's either I don't even really gotta smoke. My dogs ain't going for that shit. They gonna put it in my head like, bro, you tripping.
Wake up, yeah.
For real, them boys be like, What you got going on?
Tighten
You
up.
don't wanna rap today.
Yeah. Why you acting like that? What's going on? Yeah. That's important, man. It goes back to having that support team, that support system. And it also helps to have people that aren't necessarily in the industry coaching you from that perspective as people that are on your level that you fuck with on a regular basis, you know.
Right.
That kind of advice, it holds more weight when it's coming from a genuine place.
Bingo.
You know what I mean? So that's definitely important. It's dope that you got that. So you're from Palm Beach?
I'm from Palm Beach, but I was like, what? I ain't really stayed there since like 5th grade. I've been in Fort Pierce.
Mostly in Fort Pierce.
So talk to us about Fort Pierce, because I come from Buffalo, New York. I moved out here. I barely know shit. I had to be corrected by y'all. I'm still calling it Broward County. That's all I know. Dade County, Broward County. You know what I mean? I don't know shit. So talk to me about Fort Pierce.
Fort Pierce, that's St. Lucie County. You feel me? So you got what? Before you get to Fort Pierce, you got to go through. When you leave Palm Beach, you get to Stewart, Hope, Sound, and Indiantown and places like that.
PSL.
And Port St. Lucie, we like what, 10-minute drive from Port St. Lucie.
Not too far.
Port St. Lucie, just like that's like retirement home place and shit like that. But when you go about 10 minutes across them tracks,
train tracks
over there, man, you in a whole nother world, man. Yeah. But Fort Pierce it's not like, I wouldn't say it's a bad place. It's just like any other place that anybody call a hood. It's same shit.
Yeah, it's a hood in every city.
Right.
You know, you can find it in the sticks. You can find it in the city. And that's literally. It's funny that people say that because that's literally how it is. You cross one street and you in the wrong neighborhood or down one wrong alley or one way, and time to hit that U-turn. Time to hit that GPS. Cause
right.
Yeah.
You know what? I can't really say that. You know how when people say like there's a hood in every city. There's some cities that need to chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? To be acting like they got a hood in their city. Like, no, that ain't no motherfucking hood. You need to cut that bullshit out real quick. Because you be seeing people do that shit all the time. No, I got, you know what I mean? I'm from the hood in my city. It's like, bro, come on.
Stop it.
Cut it out. Relax. You know what I'm saying? But I do get what you're saying, though. But some people need to chill the fuck out with it.
Right.
You know, it's okay. You know, I know that you're an outstanding citizen. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. But being from Fort Pierce, coming up in this hip hop shit, is that something that you feel like you gotta escape from there in order to really blow up?
You gonna have to get the hell from around Fort Pierce if you wanna blow, you feel me? But being there, it be feeling good, cause it's like that's where all my dogs at.
Yeah.
So
that's the cut.
when I'm there. If that's home. But when I'm gone, that shit feel 10 times better.
Yeah, word.
Do you ever get to record down here, like in Miami or Broward?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay. How often you get to come down here?
I didn't live down here.
Yeah. A lot of people, they like coming down here, especially when they're not from here. They like seeing the sights and hitting South Beach and checking out the skyscrapers and all the, you know, going down to Wynwood and checking out the energy and checking out the club vibes, and pulling those experiences, and then going back to the.
Nah, this dude like stealing people's bitches because he says that in about.
I'm gonna keep it real, bro.
He says that about most of the albums.
You in the right place.
The beach type of dude.
Yeah,
but sometimes you gotta go where that's at.
I don't fuck with the beach. I definitely don't fuck with the beach. That's something I can't do, man. That's just too hot for me.
I don't fuck with the cold, but you show me the right one, and I'm in Timberlands, man. Come on, man. I'm making it happen.
Not for me. But what's up with you, man? Why you doing that? Why you stealing people's bitches?
Cause, man, you know, man, it feel good sometimes, man. Honestly, keep it real, it feel good, dog. But it's like sometimes when I do take a nigga girlfriend, it be certain reasons behind the shit. Like if I don't like you, I'm gonna talk to your bitch just cause.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to her. I'm making my business that she see me straight up. Real shit.
Just
I ain't even finna play.
Man, that's about 90% of my fights coming up was doing stupid shit like that. I always, you know what, like, but when you're coming up, that shit is the dopest shit in the world because that shit's so much goddamn bragging rights. Now I'm like, that's like a whole full-time job to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm against it if I was on the market, you know what I mean? It might have to happen if I feel like you got to do it, but it's a whole full-time job, you feel me? You know what I mean? But since you like doing it, I get it. You like talking that shit. It's like, damn, because I heard you said you were talking about people getting beat up. You put them on a record. This dude fucks somebody else's bitch and then puts that shit on the record instantaneously.
Hey man,
How you come up with like, so when it comes to like picking the beats for your music?
I'm a real like, bruh, if I don't like the beat, I'm gonna just sit there. Honestly, if that bit hard, I'm gonna get up and go in the studio and go record.
But how do you find the beats?
Shit, how I find them?
Yeah.
Really? When I used to just be on YouTube, but I got an ear for beats. Like I listen to music, so I know what beat I want.
Yeah.
Certain beats, I be like, man, this ain't it.
This ain't the one.
That won't be on YouTube like that no more. Cause I be mad. Be like, bro, all these beats sound the same.
Yeah.
Then
everybody's got them. Yep. I know what it's like. And coming up, who's the artist that you listen to the most?
Coming up, who I say, if it wasn't Yak, it was Youngboy.
Okay.
But right now, I'm on a little bit of everybody, but mainly I'm listening to YB, Yak, him, and Rod Wave.
Got to.
Fire. That's a
Solid list.
That's a good selection right there.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I could hear the influence of Yak. That's you know, like when I came out here, right? I hated Kodak's music because I'm from Buffalo, New York. So for me, that's a whole different vibe. But I didn't hate him just because I hated his music, right? Like it wasn't just like that. But I told because I'm managing the office, and I told him that you know I'm a manager. You feel me? I'm trying to put like some music that the office could listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like
get the energy.
And they're playing Kodak. I was only out here for like 24 hours. So I'm like, yo, y'all can't be playing this. You got to shut this shit off. Yo, the whole office got mad at me. Damn near like we're about to fight. I'm a dickhead. You know what I mean? I got a bunch of dickheads in there, so we're arguing about the shit. Now I got a personal vendetta against Kodak. You know what I mean? Now nobody's listening to this shit in this office ever. And you're not listening to it in the car, nowhere. You know what I mean? I ain't listening to this bullshit. And then I took a road trip to Orlando. And when I was on my way to Orlando, I just said, you know what, I'm gonna just listen to Yak all day, whole ride. Man,
change your mind.
That was it. That shit was fire. That's it. You know what I mean? Like that shit, I was like, damn, man, like I'm late as hell now, and I can't go back to the office and talk shit to him. Be like, yo, you know what I mean? You can play his music now. You know what I'm saying? Nah, so
I mean, coming from Buffalo, I definitely understand that.
Yeah,
like you're not wrong.
Different vibe.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Nobody could really. At first, it's like, whoa, buddy tripping. That's like gospel saying Yak is whack or something like that. That's blasphemy. But I definitely understand coming from up north. You kind of got to get into it and understand it. Maybe watch a couple music videos, and now you're like, I like this dude, okay. And then you start seeing what he's doing, and you're like, oh, this man a genius. Yeah. Wait, okay.
And you know what else? I also understand that why people love him so much, right? I also understand where the fuck I'm at now, right? So like, we had a couple people that tried to come up here that are at odds with Kodak, and I'm like, you know how close the premises is? Nah, that shit ain't going down. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't bringing Kodak's ops up here right now from some random ass. You know what I mean? We're too close. I live too close in the area. I'm not doing that stupid bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you're out here. You're out in Broward County. You gotta fuck with Kodak. You feel me? So you got Kodak. You got Youngboy. Youngboy is also a huge buzzing artist. Where do you like? What do you aspire to be?
When you say that, what you mean?
Like, what do you see for yourself?
Shit, I see myself being, if not one of them, the biggest artist in like 5 years. No cap.
So you actually gotta, like a lot of people get the bullshit. You know, I'm be there right away, but 5 years. So you got like a little plan to get there.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ain't rushing it.
Do you record all the time?
If I ain't in the studio, I'm recording on my phone.
Okay.
I could tell how you rap.
That Love All song was on my phone.
You recorded that from the phone?
Yeah.
And you dropped it from the phone? Or you ain't have an engineer chop it up and fix it up?
Half of that whole tape, I think the only song that was in the studio was the Boosie remix. Yeah, the rest of that whole tape was on my phone.
That's crazy.
Tough.
It's different now. The world is different as fuck.
But that's fire because you never know when inspiration is going to hit you. You don't know when that perfect thought is going to hit you. You could be in line at Chick-fil-A and all of a sudden, ooh, I got to capture this thought. I got to take it out of the air, take it out of my brain and put it on paper, put it on recorder. Hey, put this little voice memo in. So I definitely get that. It's definitely convenient to be able to do that.
But you're taking see Orlando's an engineer, right? So you're taking people like him out of a job doing that. You know what I mean?
How you gonna bring it to it?
The engineers. Yeah, you just made them all. Man, we're just gonna edit that part out there for you, Orlando. You ain't gonna have that. Ain't nobody got to know.
You can't fight it.
Yeah,
You just gotta work with it.
Absolutely. Nah, but I mean, yo, I'm shocked because that shit sounds clean. That shit sounds clean. I'm telling you, I was at the gym yesterday. I listened to that back to back like 14 straight times. I'm like, nah, I got a little bit of motivation. I started hitting the puncher bag and shit. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I feel good. But nah, it's really fucking dope music, and I feel like you're one of the artists that, like, we get a lot of people that that want to come up here, and I'm not a dickhead, but on that same note, what the fuck do I look like interviewing somebody if I genuinely don't fuck with their music or their vibe? Right, you know what I'm saying? So like when certain people want to come up, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Right. You know what I mean, now we're booked. Yeah. We're booked for the next
not
8
yet.
months. That's fine. Get me in next September. We're booked then too. We just don't know that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, because people want to do this shit, but I'm listening to your music and I'm like, damn, if I want to be able to have the opportunity to sit down and speak with you, because if you keep up what you're doing, you really do have a bright future, and you really could be one of those guys. You just have to stay consistent with it. A lot of people fall off. A lot of people feel like they're too good for the work. Just like in anything we do in this life, you know what I'm saying? It could definitely be one track that blows you up, and that's it. Now you're up there. But on that same note, you got to keep working, right? Because people want to hear what's next. They heard that track. They listened to it. They listened to it 482 straight times. Now what's next? What are you doing next? So you got to stay consistent. And do you feel like the circle you have right now is the right one, or are you still building pieces to it?
I'm gonna put it like this. I got at least 5 or 6 homeboys I know that's really, you feel me, who really with me. My circle in general is real solid. I'm not really too friendly. I don't like people.
Okay.
I think he's talking about like team.
Oh, you talking about my team?
Like, when it comes to handling business, when it comes to doing events like this, and showing up.
My team A1.
Hey,
my team there.
Hello.
No cap.
Hello. And how'd you get connected with them?
Boom. So one of my managers that stayed up there where I'm at, she brought me to the studio. Well, my dogs brought me to her studio. And then after that, she was like, she had liked what I was doing, because I was just freestyling the whole time. So then that when she had introduced me to the rest of the other people that I had, like J-Ro. Then J-Ro introduced me to Russo. Okay. And
just plug you in with the right.
came part. You feel me?
Yeah, shout out to the team too. Let me get some love over there like this, and you know what I mean, we got to show love. You don't even got the sounds on. You hear that? There you go. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Got to shout out. I was making sure you shout out the team. You know what I mean? Like, they definitely put hard work into making sure that they do right by you and look out for you. I could tell that. You know what I mean? You know. Right. When people got their shit right, you definitely got the right people by your side when it comes to your team. That's why I wanted you to make sure we get that little shout out there. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all.
Yeah. And the bills at that.
So you're pretty much set with everything, you feel like, right now?
Right now, I feel like my team, my homeboys, my family, in general, the whole support system is there. No cap. I feel like I got a solid support system for sure.
And right now, are you zeroed into just music?
Right now, my main focus is music and finishing school right now, but mainly music. Yeah.
And so like, cause I asked, cause some people have other plans in there too.
Yeah, I wanted to be an engineer, but I don't feel like going to school for no extra 4-5 years, bro. Yeah. I already don't want to be in school these years I done been, but I'm gonna finish.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's dope. So what year are you in now?
I'm a senior this year.
Yeah, and then this is it. See, I didn't make it up there.
Right.
I left it sophomore year. I was like, I'm going to get my GED. I'm not this motherfucker. I know what I want to do. I want to get money. You know what I mean? But some people like, and I never knock anybody for knowing, right, and having the right people around.
Right.
You got a solid path with the music. I'm not telling you, yo, don't go to school and shit like that. But if you were to sit here and be like, yo, I'm going full-time music, I'm going with this shit, I understand it. You know what I mean? Because you could sit there and blow 5 or 6 years in school,
right?
But this music right now is really getting you somewhere, and you're getting that buzz. So, like, have you done shows?
Yeah, I done did plenty shows.
How's so you do shows mainly where? Right now,
my first time doing this show, I think it was Jacksonville. Then I did a show in Port St. Lucie. I did a show in Miami. Yeah, I did a show in Miami. I just had a show in Tampa like a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I done did shows.
How's the reception out there in like the other parts of Florida, like out in Jacksonville, shit like that? Is that?
It was good. It was good. It was better than what I expected. You feel me? I was like, I wasn't really expecting them to be tuned in for real, but they was tuned in.
That's right. I feel like Florida really is like unified when it comes to the artists out here. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like when you're here and you live here, it probably feels a little bit different because you've been here your whole life. But it's definitely more unified than it is up north. You know what I mean? People really like if you're fire, people fuck with you and they fuck with your music.
Right.
You know what I mean? How was it like doing the show out in Port St. Lucie though?
That show was live.
Yeah.
No cap. Shot a video after that show and all.
That's fun.
That's good energy to go into with a music video. Fresh off the stage on that high, still buzzing. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that matter of fact, it was no flagging music video I shot after my show in Port St. Lucie.
Yeah, I seen you in that GLE too. You know, I got that GLE outside. I got the super version. You know what I mean? I was like, I seen this a good guy shooting the Renegade video in the GLE talking this shit. That's how he's taking their bitches right there. I see what he's doing. Yeah. I see what he's doing. I love it too because, I mean, in a sense, that kind of like I feel that vibe. You know what I mean? I'm looking at my nephew and I live kind of through my nephew. Like seeing what he's doing, because I used to make music when I was younger, and I see what he's doing, and I respect it. I appreciate it. I listen to the content.
Right.
You got a lot of dope projects out there. Has there been anybody that's reached out yet to try to lure you in to sign you?
I done had talks with a lot of labels. We done had talks with a lot of labels. Feel me?
Talks.
But yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Just talks, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have talks, you feel me?
Yeah, but they ain't talking the right shit that you need to be hearing yet.
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, when you got something going on and you got motion and you got the crazy traction that you got on YouTube, you're in a position of power for the most part. And it's smart to kind of hold out and be wise and look at the whole playing field before just jumping into a situation and maybe cutting yourself short.
Right.
So it's definitely smart. It's definitely a good move. Just don't wait too long.
Now, definitely be patient though, because you could really, in this day and age, the same way that you could record an entire album off your phone, you could really navigate your entire career on your own too. You know what I mean? Looking at what YoungBoy's doing, you know, and how much money he's making just off YouTube alone, right? You could really just you could become rich and wealthy on your own, doing your own thing. So always be as patient as you can be. And again, I think the most important part is listening to the OGs that are trying to give you the right advice. You know, you ain't got to be hard-headed there.
Right.
You know what I mean? If somebody, oh, yeah, let's throw you $5 million in an advance. You know what I mean? It's just an advance. You got to pay all that money back. You know what I'm saying? But other people, young artists, when they hear shit like that, they're like, damn, $5 million, damn, about to, you know what I mean? But you got to use that shit to pay for the music video, the studio time. They ain't gonna let you record it on your phone. Right. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you ain't doing that. They're making sure you're going to the studio. Right. They're making sure that you're spending all that money. They're making sure that you're in that commercial, that you're shooting the video with Hype Williams and all that shit like that. If you were to have a collab right now, who is it? Like you got your project dropping. You got 3 artist that you need to collab with? It could be whatever type of artist. It could be a singer. It could be
artist.
Yeah, you know,
3 on 1 track or 3 in general.
in general.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna need.
Come on.
I definitely gotta get. I want to get right, like with some, maybe like a. Damn, that's kind of hard, dog.
That's tough. You never know though. You speak it into existence, and boom.
I see. I need one from Ross.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I definitely need one from YB
Okay.
and Rod Wave.
Ooh.
Tough.
That's what I was gonna say. Who's gonna have the crazy hook? Rod Wave's gonna have that crazy hook.
I need that
Yeah,
Rod
that
Wave.
shit
Him
is
and
gonna
Rod
be-
is-
that shit is gonna be a
yeah.
vibe right there. So if there was an R&B person on a hook, who is it?
I gotta go with. Damn, both of them niggas hard.
Ruby Rose.
I mean, why not? But
That's where I'm not gonna lie. If I'm young and I'm picking like somebody's gonna come sing the hook for me, I'm definitely just picking the finest bitch in the game. Just like she's gonna do it. Yeah,
What
that's
about? But if we gonna do that, then you got Summer Walker hard.
okay. See, now we talking.
Yeah, Summer Walker's hard, but she be doing too much. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm thinking about it in my shoes. What I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to do what you're doing right now. I'm trying to steal somebody's bitch. You know what I'm saying? If I'm thinking about getting out of track, but no, Summer Walker is crazy. That would be a fire track. That's the type of shit that like I could really picture you doing too with your career, and you're not. It's not like you're too young or too inexperienced right now because you already got the flow.
Right.
You already got the music. You obviously got the work ethic. So you're already there. Is there anybody in the industry that, especially right now, and I hear it in your tracks, I don't want to get too far into it, but do you have like people that you don't fuck with in this music shit?
It ain't nobody that I don't fuck with. All these niggas hard.
Solid answer.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Do you really feel that way? I'm talking about like in the vicinity, right? Like in the Florida, like because there's a lot of up and coming buzzing artists and shit like that. Is there people that you just don't fuck with?
I don't got no problem with nobody. Like I listen to a lot of these chicks. I listen to a lot of these niggas in general. Shit, ain't no problem with nobody for real.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I feel like it's tough to kind of not be in some back and forth with somebody when it comes to the music shit, just because you're in a position where people might be unhappy because of the buzz you got.
Right.
It's not a simple. It's not a game anymore. It's not small time anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got the views, you got the listens, you got the attention. First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? So like, you're really. It could be any day now. Mm-hmm. Is that are you excited for that, or is it kind of like just like whatever for you?
Man, I be thinking about it, dog. I be thinking about it like, boy, this shit gonna go up.
Just
man.
wait.
Sometimes I be feeling like, man, this shit here getting aggravating, dog. But then it be like, can't even stunt that shit for real. Yeah. Cause I'm doing right. I'm doing something right, man.
So like now you got what is it? It's Friday night.
Florida Nights.
Florida Nights, right? Mm-hmm. That shit has how many tracks on it?
About 15.
Is it 15? What are you planning on doing with your album? You gonna have a short album? You gonna have a longer album?
Honestly, I ain't even really thunk that far. But when it come down to that time, I'll probably have an album with like 20 songs on it. No cap.
And do you have like people sending you beats?
A lot. I got a lot of beats. A whole lot. Beat email crazy.
Yeah.
Mandatory.
I can imagine you got a fire. Like, is there, how many do you got projects dropped for that already? Is there already some? Is half of it done? it's already done and it's signed away. How's that looking like right now?
My next tape supposed to be, that's already done. Like, that was done already.
Yeah, see?
No cap.
You could tell he works hard. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how's the work ethic, God damn it? Because that's what the labels are trying to listen to. Like, man, how does he work?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they're going to keep calling. It ain't like they just hit you up once and that's it. They're never going to talk to you again. They're going to keep trying to talk to you. Right. You know what I mean? It goes from one conversation to the next. They're like, oh, man, let's see if we could get him here. All right, well, then let's see if we could get him here. You know what I mean? And then eventually it's going to be something where you're like, nah, I need you here.
Bingo.
This is how it's going to work. You feel me? Do you have any, like, what would you say if I were to let the people listen to the track that you feel like is the best track for you? Not what the people thought was the best track. I went to the J. Cole concert, right? And J. Cole was like, you remember that? And J. Cole was talking to the fans, and he's like, "Yo, the one track I had put out in Friday Night Lights when I put this out. I thought it was the best track I ever did. Like, for me, this is the one for me." And then he played it, and it's like everybody else, they gravitate to all the hits that they heard with the crazy hook or whatever it is, or with the feature. What track is it for you?
For me, I say my favorite song by me right now. Gosh, to go with the damn, I got like 3, but my main one right now is Bad Man.
Bad Man. So I want the people to listen to it. I need the people.
Bad Man is Shifting.
Which one is the one?
Oh,
if you're all time, because you're saying right now, I just want to make sure. Yeah, all time for you.
I gotta go with Shifting. No
Okay.
cap.
Boom, let's the people listen.
And I'm about to talk some shit. I'm about to say, oh, that shit bullshit. But I sat in and I listened to it. And I was like, damn, you snapped on that shit. I'm not even gonna hold you. You snapped on that shit.
I'm doing the same shit we got the fans doing right now. I'm just tuning in, I'm chilling, I'm vibing.
I was really gonna disrespect your shit, but that shit is hard. I'm not even gonna hold.
You get like that friddle. Send out my S's and O's. I forever stay the same, no, I can't change on my bros. And my life been getting crazy, gotta stay on the road. Heard some people out to get me, say they gon' take my soul. But I ain't tripping, got them Z's with me wherever I roam. Plus I clutch on the pole. I ain't gotta say too much, these niggas know what I'm on. Bro, know I'm plotting, but I play it cool whenever I'm home. Like, how the fuck you supposed to be my dog and switch by the hoe? It's getting crazy in this street life. Man, this shit don't be right on my head, cause I told my cousin I'm side. I posted up on Front Street, we not them other little guys. Why the hell they be out here capping instead of telling them lies? Before I let you play with me, I'm running game on a bitch. My life getting crazy and it's changing, guess I'm made for this shit. Shut the city down behind Lil Rod, I never change on that shit. These niggas out here moving play, they playing games in this bitch. My mind been going away, moving all along. I've been going to so many states. How you say you love me and you tryna play in my face? A lot of niggas say they got me, but they running away. A lot of niggas say they got me, but they running away. I used to have love for you, but it's fading away. Oh, if you ain't talking about no bag, it ain't no running with me. You out here broken trying to joke, that shit ain't funny to me. I got my brothers to the end, them boys be gunning for me. I ain't gotta say too much about it, we got smoke in the streets. Life getting crazy, but this shit kinda amazing. Life getting crazy, but this shit kinda amazing. Send out my S's and O's. I forever stay the same, no, I can't change on my bros. And my life been getting crazy, gotta stay on the road. Heard some people out to get me, say they gon' take my soul. But I ain't tripping, got them Z's with me wherever I roam. Plus I clutch on the pole. I ain't gotta say too much, these niggas know what I'm on. Bro, know I'm plotting, but I play it cool whenever I'm home. How the fuck you supposed to be my dog and switch by the hoe?
Man, you be really getting in the zone. I can tell you really be getting in the zone. And I hear you talking shit on these records talking about you don't even write. You just freestyle.
I don't, bro.
All the time?
Everything
You ain't write
freestyle.
shit right over there?
No.
None of it?
Hell nah.
God damn.
I ain't writing nothing.
So how does it go, like, as far as when you're creating that, you go in off the top or you punching in, you get 6 bars, boom, punch in the next 6?
Mostly how I do it, sometimes I just run the whole beat, but sometimes I punch in. With that song, I think when I punched in about the last 4 or 5 bars I punched in, really I ran that whole song.
Damn. And then the hooks, how you coming up with them hooks?
It just whatever.
Does the hook come first before the verses?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But how I be getting my hooks, it be like whatever I say in the beginning, if I feel like that, if it sound hard to me, I'm gonna just loop it and throw it back on at the end, so that could be the hook. Be like, all right, I have to sit there and listen to it. Though I be listening to it, and like, if I don't like the way it sound, I'm gonna redo it, or I'm gonna just say something else.
Yeah, that shit came out fire right there. Not gonna lie, you might have changed my mind a little bit which one I like the most. You know what I'm saying? That's why people need to hear it when you listen to the, like, I feel like for me, even though I did cheat and listen to this album, because I usually don't. I try not to. Like, obviously with artists I know, right. I already heard the shit, so when we have an interview with them, I already know. I usually try to avoid listening to it, do the interview, talk to the person, get to know the individual behind the music. This way I listen to the music, and now it's way doper for me. Now I'm way more of a fan. Right. And I feel like that's what podcasting, you get the ability to do with people. That's why I like staying away from all the bullshit, clickbait and whatnot. Like, oh, right. Let's talk about, what do you feel about this guy right here? Do you got beef with him? You know what I mean? Like, getting into that shit. Nah, I don't. Or, well, what about when this happened in the industry? And what are your opinions on that or your thoughts on that? Fuck all that. Right. Like, what about you as an individual, as a human? Now I'm listening to you. I'm hearing the way you're talking, and I get to listen to your music, and I get a better picture of who you are. Bingo. You feel me? And I feel like a lot of people need to get that aspect of you. I hear my son crying and shit like that. You hear that? So is that an alarm? Is the house burnt? Is it on fire or some shit? What's going on? But
shout out Junior.
Hell yeah. So like for records like that, is it something that when you record it, you want to drop the shit right away? Are you dropping it? Are you throwing a little preview on the IG that people are like, yo, what the fuck you dropping that shit for right now? Lie. You do that shit sometimes?
They be on my ass. They be on my ass. Yeah. It's a lot of snippets that got posted that wasn't even supposed to be out there. Homie.
Yeah, but that's because you put it out there.
But I put it out there, so it'd be like, cause sometimes
you put a snap out there, just like
I be itching to post that shit. Like, of course, I don't know, bro. It's just somebody.
Yeah, the patience is important though.
Patience, but passion as well. And when you're passionate about that shit, it's like, I want to share it with the world. I need y'all to hear this. I need y'all to feel me, man. I just went through this. Y'all got to hear what I'm saying.
But you know what the problem with that is you give them a project and it's one piece, and they fuck with it. They fuck with it heavy. And again, they overplay it because they don't got anything else. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they end up getting tired of it too soon because they didn't get to hear it with the whole project. When you get the whole project, and you get even if it's like 5 or 6 tracks at once, when they get to listen to all that, now you get to like kind of comb through it each time. Every time they listen to it, now they're hearing something new. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're taking them off a vibe real quick, putting them into something else. Right. You know what I mean? You're giving them variety. And they get that, but I know that young boy shit is just like, I need this shit out right now. I want to hear what they're thinking about it with the comments. Y'all fucking with this or not? Should I release this? And I know you got them on your phone right there. Yo, you better take that shit offline right now. It's like, nah, I gotta keep this shit out here. Y'all don't know they're fucking with this. They need to listen to this right now. Man, that shit is crazy. That's stubborn little bastards is what I call it. You know what I'm saying? That's what that shit is. There's no lie about it right there. But so is it you having a hard time with that, not releasing that?
Man, man, listen, dog. They be on my trail about that unreleased music, bro. I be like when I do be posting certain songs, they be like, bro, you tripping? What you got going on? I ain't gonna lie, I got some shit, boy.
Yeah, there we go.
They're gonna watch you extra closely right now. They're like, ain't none of that shit dropping this week. Yeah,
they're gonna be reporting.
Where you drop it usually on? Like, where do you connect with your fans the most?
Instagram.
Are you into TikTok?
Yeah, I'm a TikTok type of guy, but you know, they be trying to talk me into it. Yeah, I don't know.
It does go like shit does go crazy on TikTok.
Right.
I just can't fuck with TikTok.
I don't know, bro. I'm not really into TikTok.
I never really been
into that. I don't know. Yeah. But they be a lot of people, even my team, be telling me like, you need to get on TikTok, but I don't really be catching the feeling and jumping on that shit. I don't be like what's the point?
Certain
That's how I be feeling sometimes. But I be looking on TikTok, be like, yeah, this shit funny or this shit hard.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll tell you exactly how I feel about TikTok. Right? Fucked up. I feel like TikTok is for white people. I really do. I feel like that's what it should be. Like, you know what I mean? TikTok's for the whites.
But for him,
so
and
like have a campaign for it.
For what he's trying to do and where he's going, it's more eyes.
Right.
It's
nah,
more
for
views,
sure.
It's more attention, and sometimes your shit might not hit today.
I'm just a TikTok hater.
Weeks.
That's it. I'm just a hater. I don't know. I know that that people be like folding paper. Like, this is how you fold this is how you really fold a paper. This is how you turn it into an envelope. You know what I mean? Like, that's what that shit is for. You know what I mean? This is how you make a cherry pie. You know what I mean? Like, it's in 5 steps. Here you go. It's cherry pie.
Thing,
like,
the thing with TikTok too, though, is people will push your shit further. And that's when it really gets interesting. People will grab those snippets for fun, and it'll become a whole challenge.
Don't
and
be
7
giving
million
them ideas
people
to get the snippets out there.
It's
You
a
see
little-
this bad
It's a little blessing. I'm just saying, you could be real strategic with them snippets, man. The big guys know what they doing. A snippet.
Not a snippet, but like a clip, one of the tracks, or the one verses, or the 8 bars, or the 4 bars that you have specifically for that. That's definitely a move. Like, a lot of people are doing that. More people are going platinum with a clip that they had on TikTok. You know what I mean? Right now, than they're doing with their own music, and some people just take advantage of that. They even got like these, you know how the comedians are always making skits and whatnot. Now they're all making like a skit verse, and that's it. Skit verse comes out, they're getting that played 1 million times on TikTok, and they're getting paid for it. There's 1 million ways to get paid now. That's why I say to you, like, you having the right team, man. These labels better come correct if they want to come bring you on board, because they seen what happened with all the artists that know what the fuck they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So if they ain't coming to you correct, like us with this podcast and shit, just for an example, is like, you know, people reach out to do sponsorships and shit like that, and it's like, it's got to be right.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not about to sit here and be like, you know, some corny bullshit or some shitty liquor. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you want to wipe your counters right?
The chop.
You know what I mean? Go to
chop,
TikTok
slap
and
chop.
they'll show you how to wipe your counters. Nah, you like, it's you got to do whatever you feel like is right for you. You know what I mean? And I'm sure that I'm sure your team points you in that direction, but just make sure you don't compromise yourself for that dollar. You feel me?
Right.
That's what a lot of people are looking to do. Oh, we'd be able to lure him, because I know there's like a dollar amount that if you hear somebody say some shit, you're gonna be turning around and be like, "You heard this motherfucker? 25 million? 25 million?
That shit crazy. It's crazy you say that. Me and my little brothers was just having a conversation about that shit last night. Nigga was like, bro, nigga put 100 M's in your face. What you doing? Told his eye, like, bro, I can't even give you no honest answer. I don't know.
Yeah. You know what you do? Chill out. Don't say a motherfucking word and let them speak for you. Don't say anything. Just wait to see what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? Because that 100 million could be really like what they do to a lot of people. Yeah, we're gonna give you this advance, $100 million. Sounds dope.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you could just start getting shit. But they're like all of a sudden they're like, well, you know, you got to pay that back, right? You know what I mean? So for every sale you get, it's all coming here. And you got to think about it. Somebody offers you 100 M's. What does that really say?
Shit.
It means you're worth more.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying? That's really what it means. And so when people are offering that dollar amount, they know that they see something in you that you might not even see in yourself at that moment.
Right.
And so for the most part, it's just always making sure you got the right people around you, the right team, the right people that want to sign you, because that's inevitably who you're going to be in a business relationship with. You know what I'm saying? You see these people over here chopping it up with you, and they, you know what I mean? They'll try to lure you in.
Bingo.
Just like you're luring somebody else's bitch and shit. You know what I mean? But like they're trying to lure you in, just trying to sweet talk you. Like, here's why you do it. You know what I mean? Here goes why you got to sign with us. But I just feel like it's important that what I do is, by speaking to people, is I try to relay that information as much as possible, because I do feel like you're on the way. I feel like it's only a matter of time for you before you blow up.
Right.
And you know that what I want to do, though, because you be talking shit that you can freestyle, so.
Hey.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna need you to pick an artist. It could be Rod Wave, because what I do is I usually go to YouTube, right? And I'll just pick whatever artist that you feel like. I pick the type beat. You said Rod Wave, you said YB, and you said Yak. So if you had to pick one of them, who's that?
Type beat.
On the spot too.
You know this game too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Kodak Black type beat.
Hey.
And if I hear that it's whack, if it's whack, I'm just pressing next. That's it. I'm not researching another beat, but if it's whack, it's whack.
All right.
You know what I mean? I definitely don't want you spitting over no whack shit. You can take your time and vibe out too, you feel me? Fuck with it? Yeah. Throw his mic up. Let me hear his. Yeah. Let me know if that mic is right. Yo. Let me get my volumes up on the mic a little bit.
Hey, can run it back. Hold on, I'm trying to see if it's be loud enough. Alright.
Hello.
The Danza Project. 50JittSteppa in the building.
Came from the bottom, I done came up with my nigga them. I told my brother them that I got him, it ain't no switching on him. It ain't no love inside this shit, you gotta watch your homies. I know these niggas out to get me, so I watch my opponents. But it's like, damn, this shit get crazy in this street life. Ride around with a pipe, you know we ride, I gotta get 3 right. Nigga, you ain't want no smoke, we ride trying to hit his head. These niggas ducking, they be talking to the feds, I think they scared. I'm peeping the vibes, I know just how these niggas moving. Say they got my back, but I know these niggas faking. I be losing, I'm like, damn, this shit hit crazy. And my mind been spinning for a while, I be going crazy, damn.
Hey,
my mind been spinning for a while, I'm going crazy, I'm steady praying, I'm wishing for them better days to come around. But it's like, damn, this shit get getting wild. I told my mama that I'm gonna make her proud. I told my dad that I'm gonna make it, I ain't your only child. These niggas be tripping, they wanna smoke, so we been bending. I'm out the window, I go to hit, and I ain't got no love, these niggas.
Let's go.
damn.
Hey, off the spot too. Let's
I know a lot of y'all motherfuckers, when y'all watch this shit, y'all really think like, cause people be hitting me up, yo, y'all think he really he wrote that, or you know what I mean? Like, nah, you can. I'm dead ass serious. I'm telling you, I just pick shit on the phone, type beat, and that's it. I just go. I do not play any of that bullshit. I want to hear if people could really rap. My boy, you could really spit.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about what you got going in your future. And I also I try to tell people this shit all the time. The Danza Project is not a podcast, it's a network.
Right.
You know what I mean? Anything in our network that we could offer to provide any help or assistance, any of the artists that we have up here, you know what I mean, plug in and work like that. That's how I believe everything in this life should be. I'm a businessman. Right. You feel me? I don't want to do this shit just like a lot of the people we still got contact with, we still network with and shit like that. And one thing that I'm definitely working on right now that I definitely want you on is we're gonna have our own album of the artists that came up here that do fire shit, that spit fire. And we got some fire ass artists that are gonna be on there, you know, like the mainstream artists and shit like that. But again, I really have that type of faith in you and belief in you that you're gonna blow up. So I can't wait to see what that looks like for you. Is there any words, any message that you want to get across?
I don't know. I'm gonna say this, cause I say this a lot, bro. Well, I said it on a couple interviews. Hard times don't last long, bitch. You feel me? You gotta keep going, keep pushing, man. Shit get hard sometimes, but hey, it is what it is. Keep going. You gotta keep fighting. You feel me? The way I look at it, you feel me? Everybody a soldier in their own way.
Do you feel pressure on you from the fam?
You saying like my people?
Yeah, it's like to blow up because you know, a lot of the time it's like, you know, you got the athlete going into the league, you know what I mean, and everybody's like, yo, we need you to make it to kind of.
Me and my brother was the athletes, but life happened. So I don't know, that football shit went out the window quick, but I was fine. But really,
Were you actually fired? You know, we had some people up here, right? Because people be lying, people be talking shit. We had some people up here, and they were like, "Nah, I was about to go pro." You know what I mean? All of a sudden, the DM started blowing up. They're like, "Nah, he wasn't. That dude ain't even get no playing time."
Pop Warner, like, man, I was wrong.
Okay.
Like, I was just, I don't know, like around that time, I ain't want to listen to nobody. I was a hothead. So that's why that didn't really last long. Then I started getting in trouble and shit.
Which is no surprise.
My coach.
If you listen to I'm telling you, y'all gotta listen to the tape. Y'all gotta listen to the tape. It's clear that he knows how to talk shit.
I ain't fuck with my coach.
Yeah.
Cause my coach was a green ass nigga. Like, he had his son on the football team too, so he got like special privileges and shit.
Always. Yeah.
So, you feel me? One day, I was like, man, I ain't feeling this shit. We was in the game. We were playing.
Don't tell me you pulled a AB.
Nah, nigga told me, oh, you come to the sideline and let my son get in.
Hold on, coach.
Nigga, your son suck. What the fuck? Nah, though.
Boy, get your ass on the sideline.
That was like, I was a jit, though. I was like 5th, 6th grade. It was, I don't know.
It wasn't having it.
I never understood that.
What?
But now I'm a dad. You feel me? Like, my son gotta play. You feel me? Like, I at first, you know, like coming up, I'd be like, that shit is so whack. But like, I'm giving my son a shot. You feel me? And then you got 50JittSteppa back. Your son suck. I'll be mad as hell as a coach.
Nah,
you know what I mean? I have a personal vendetta on you for the rest of my life. He's watching this show right now.
The way it came out, like, I told him, I'm like, bruh, like, what you mean come out the game? I snapped, dog. I'm like, fuck this shit. Threw my equipment, all that, threw the helmet.
Oh, so you did it. You pulled the AB.
I'm like, bro, you tripping. You take me out of the game. Like, damn, dog.
Yeah. Was y'all at least up? Were y'all at least winning? Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, let me put it like this. We was playing the best team from around our way. So, we wasn't winning. But the score wasn't too far apart. But it was like, damn, bro, you go take me out of the game. And I'm a main factor on defense. So, why are you taking me out of the game?
What position?
I played outside line.
Okay.
Fire.
Yeah.
I was mad as hell that day, bro. But nah, though, I enjoyed my football years. I tried to play basketball, but I suck at that shit.
I was gonna ask you, outside of rap, how do you find your peace? What do you do for fun? How do you?
I be vibing for real. Like, if I ain't with my dogs, I'm at the crib. If I ain't at the crib, I'm on the road.
Yeah.
No cap.
Yeah. In the lab. Yeah.
In the studio.
Yeah.
Even when I'm not on the road, I'm in the studio.
Yeah. The way you going off these tracks, the way you hit these classic, timeless beats with no fear, you got to have a serious work ethic behind it to have the confidence that you do when you actually doing what you're doing.
Right.
Like, it's clear. This ain't no stutter stepping in your raps. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just watching you freestyle like that. Like, oh, bet, okay. Run it back.
He killed that shit.
Oh, run it. Yeah.
That
People can't do that, man.
Shit.
People can't do that. That's called talent.
Bingo.
So keep
I mean,
grinding.
we had A-list talent up here, and they're not doing it. You know what I mean? They hear that beat come on, and they look at me like I just did some fucked up shit. You know what I mean? It's just like, interview's over. My boy. Yeah. Shit is over. Turn that motherfucking beat off and cut this portion off. I ain't doing that shit. You ain't about to put me on the spot. I don't rap like that. You know what I mean? So it takes guts to do that shit. But that is exactly what I would expect. You know what I mean? For that shit to happen. So, like, what about the most important question, right? So, you ain't got no wifey? You know what I mean?
Well, y'all be trying to ease that one in there. Man.
You ain't got nobody mad at you for talking shit right now?
I got cussed out last night.
Okay, there you go.
I ain't tripping over it. Is what it is. But yeah, I got a solid one. But right now, she mad. So she mad. So we ain't talked since last night. Yeah. I ain't tripping though.
You said we ain't talked since last night.
I'm
that young love.
Good.
Nah, hey, listen, trust me. It's never gonna get easier. You know what I mean? Just trust me on that one. It don't get easier. It stays difficult. Look, all the time. You're getting yelled at now, and you get the fame. the 100 M's.
Oh,
You think shit's gonna get easier?
Oh, forget it.
Nah. You ain't even gonna know who she is then. You know, I just made her more mad at you. I'm a shit talker, so I'm gonna talk shit. Hey, listen, sweetheart, you better do right by this guy. I'm telling you. If you don't, you keep getting mad about that bullshit you're mad about right now, career's gonna be over. You know what I mean? You're not gonna make it to the league, sweetheart. So just chill out, do right by 50JittSteppa. That's it. You know what I mean? It's gone.
She about to report this whole episode.
Yeah,
hit that little flag button.
Yeah, that's how that shit is. You feel me? Like I know the shit ain't easy, but you got you don't got them throwing themselves at you right now.
He be in the stew.
I'm gonna keep it real, bro. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. Yeah, I don't even want to get into that shit, but it'd be crazy.
Nah, but we gotta get into it because now here's why it's important, right? The music you make. Mm-hmm. It's clearly real life, personal.
Right.
So you got these records that are out. You're talking about your breakups. You know what I mean? Free mind. So talk to us about it.
Damn. Hey, bro. Hey, to my dogs watching this shit, do not call my phone tonight after I talk about this. I already know y'all boys finna be on my ass trying to be funny. I be dodging this. I be dodging this question about this song all the time. Yeah. But long story short, I was dealing with this little female. Them boys were like, they ain't gonna lie, I got some good ass homeboys. They're like, she a hoe. So I'm like, nah, I don't believe y'all boys. I called her. I'm like, damn. I felt played. Then the Free Mind song came about, bro. I remember when I first recorded that bit, like,
you was on your ride wave right there.
See, I was finna post that bit on Instagram. My dog said, nah. He said, don't post that bit. That's gonna be your song. That's gonna be one of the ones. He said, wait till you get a team. I'm like, nah. I was finna post it. Then I thought about it. I'm like, this nigga got a point. So then after that, I was in the studio. And one of the managers, I accidentally played the song, no cap. I accidentally played it. And then she was like, we finna do a live, studio performance. I'm like, huh? What you mean? I ain't mean to play this. But then it was like, damn, that shit.
That's it. That's the one.
It was.
Don't leave, girl.
That shit was like... It was like, damn, it was low-key like, okay, I ain't want to do it, but I'm kind of glad I did.
Yeah. For real. That's what it's about right there. But that heartbreak music, so you were heartbroken.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. City girls.
Had to brush it off, you know?
Yeah. That's what turned him into the machine he is now. That's how it is for everybody.
Yeah,
they got it like,
go lie. She fucked it up for a lot of people.
Yeah.
but you feel me? I do, you know. Right now, I still be vibing with my old lady, but
you know, I just saw a meme, which is a saying of that I knew for a long time. I always try to say this to people, like every man, every single one of them, we don't never want to believe that our joint cheated on us or slept with somebody else. Never. But there's a lot of dudes that walk around and be like, I ain't never got cheated on once. Lying like a motherfucker. Right?
Whether you know it.
It happens. It happens to all of us. You feel me? This shit is something normal that occurs with everybody in life. If you never met a chick that fucked you over, you're a nerd. You know what I mean? And you ain't never get one that was worth it, at least a little bit. Like, you gotta have your fun in life and shit like that. And there's always gonna be a joint that comes across that's super fire in other ways. You feel me? Instead of her mind and soul, she's doper in other ways. You feel me? And
yeah.
And then when that joint's like, you find out something else, like, damn, like, nah, damn. You know what I mean? Yeah. Get your little heartbreak for a minute, but you get your get back. You know what I mean?
You're definitely right.
She's gonna be trash in a few years anyway. She's probably trash now. No.
She was dead after. She was dead after the situation. Yeah. I'm like, I ain't fucking with it.
Nah, I mean, she'll really be trash in a few years. She'll be like, you don't remember me? Nah, I don't remember you, bitch.
Not at all.
I be doing that now.
Yeah.
No cap. No cap. I be doing that now.
Yeah. They come and they go. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But my advice, 17 years old, if they're around right now, they might not be around in 5-10 years. It's dope when you do find the one that like I seen it happen, the puppy love that turned into the real thing, but it's rare. You know what I mean? We're all grown ass men in here.
Yep.
I thought for sure when I was like in my 20s, like I had the one. I thought for sure I got the one 3 years after that, and 2 years after that, and 4 years after that, and the 136 in between. I was like, no, she might take her spot. But they all ended up trash, you feel me? So
question is, how do you know? How do you know if that's the one?
How do you know if it's the one? Mm-hmm. You asking me?
Yeah, I am now. How do you know? That's the name of the
don't
game,
put the camera
right?
on me. Nah. I'm fucking with you. When you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you know, you know. And my mother always told me that shit. When you know, you know. And I definitely always knew. I thought so, at least. Like, I can't. I'll never, here's the moment that I realized I ain't know shit. I went to a wedding. And damn, I feel like if the ex ever watched this shit, she can be like, dickhead, because I don't never share this shit, but it is what it is. So I'm at a wedding, right? I'm with my ex. And like, you know, just people be talking to each other. I'm cool with talking to people. Like I could have a conversation and shit like that. But you know, some people, I don't want to fucking talk to you or whatever. Yeah. But we're having this conversation and the woman's like, you know, oh, she's like, my ex walked away. Oh, you know, she's so beautiful. Da, da, da. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, when do you see yourself getting married? I was like, yeah, it's gonna happen down the line. You know what I mean? I just can't wait for it. I pretended like I was really excited about the shit. And she just, and I don't know how she would know, right? But she was like, it's not gonna work out, is it?
Hey.
You know what I mean? And she tells me she's like a psychiatrist or some shit. And I'm like, oh, great. Like, and she was like, no, I just noticed that it's not there. I'm looking at it like, does it look like that all the time? Because she be talking shit to me. You know what I mean? She like she be saying, I know you don't love me. Maybe she's right. You know what I mean? I thought I did though. You know what I mean? But my mother also told me that. Like, you ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes a lot to get there. Right. At 17 years old, can you convince me that the one that's yelling at you on the phone is the one? I'm not about to go out on a limb and say it can't be. I'm just saying, as a grown ass man, I'm gonna sit here and look at you and be like, there's gonna be 24 or more, especially with what you're doing and how your career is going. It's tough. I'm thinking about what I would say to my son, and my son's right here. You see, I take fatherhood seriously. I tell his ass to be patient. I tell him right now, just be patient. Be patient. I make sure he's only a year and 3 months. I tell him every single day, just be patient. Don't rush. Whatever the fuck it is in your life, just be patient. Be patient. And I think that with you having somebody around, they also got to know that too. Be patient. You're growing. You're changing every day. You got a lot of shit to focus on, a lot of shit that you're trying to accomplish with your life at 17. Every single day that keeps pushing through. Every day that appears, you got another job to do. Right. You know what I mean? Another mission. It's another track. You know what I mean? It's another show. It's another album. You know what I mean? Like, it's another meeting. And they got to understand that. If you ever feel like somebody isn't allowing you to move forward in your journey and they're upset with you, oh, well, I don't understand why you had to go do this. Like, they could do you. First and foremost, make sure you do you. Right. Make sure you stick to that, because that's where a lot of superstars, a lot of the top athletes in the world stopped short, because they were more focused on a possible relationship or a hoe. Right. Other than their success. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't nothing more powerful than that pussy. You know what I mean? That's the one thing that'll
Shit.
You know what I mean? They're like, nah, you ain't dropping that album. You ain't making that track. If you feel like they made you feel a specific way, drop that record. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Drop that record. They'll hate it. Well, fucking let them hate it. Just let everybody else play it. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, hate that shit, but just know I just made you famous.
Hell yeah.
Ho. It is what it is. But yo, my man, I appreciate you coming through. I wish you nothing but success. Yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. I wish you nothing but success. Let's leave them out with that Free Mind track. Let's walk out with that joint.
Hello.
Go ahead, you could cut the mics.
In love with hoes, that ain't shit. Like, bro, I dreamed myself for a relationship that was never gonna work out. Bitch, if you can't tell me how you feel, why you expect me to tell you how I'm feeling? All type of shit. It's just like, man, that shit for the birds. I ain't finna let no bitch play in my face either. Like, I ain't going for that. It got me fucked up. I'm done draining myself for people who don't care about me. Sometimes I feel like I got nobody but family. I barely got no focus, they so weird cause they be acting green. I ain't with that bullshit, so tell them stay from around me. Told a bitch I love her, but she still did me wrong. She stabbed me in the back, I swear to God it got me gone. Don't know nobody else that I could vent to by my pain. These people hella weird, they hella play, this shit so lame. And I don't wanna talk, so keep them people out my face. And all these bitches snakes and all these niggas out your gate. I said I'm out my mind, praying for your love, but you gon' waste my time. I ain't tripping off the shit cause you know I'm gon' shine. These bitches lying and they deceiving, you don't know what's true. You started peeping at true colors, they don't fuck with you. I ain't gon' lie, I felt some type of way at first. Had to put it in the past, I put my pain and I'm on verse. I know I smoke and drink to ease the pain, but I still be alert. Don't think you fooling me, little bitch, I got it locked. Ain't nobody else me in my moment, that shit gave me trauma. Don't know what's wrong, I've been thinking that I'm reaping my karma. You fell in love, but not by my side. Don't know what's wrong, cause you always lying. I'm not gon' keep on wasting time. Moving alone, yeah, I'm on my grind. You seen the pain that was in my eyes. You know the things I won't tell my guy. Told you the truth, but you fed me lies. Screaming fuck love, but I'm not gon' cry. You know what's up, you tryna blow my high. Can't let you do it, so I gotta move on now. Say I've been going through some things, hella pain, sitting on my brain, fighting all these demons. Ain't nobody got my back on game. Wishing my niggas was still here, but they dead in the grave. Wishing the laser was a lie to tell about my pain. My mama know I'm fucked up, I done been through hella things. I don't tell nobody about my feelings, cause they hella lame. They quick to tell everybody everything that you said. So I don't fuck with nobody, bitch, I been the man. Standing all alone and I'm dolo, don't need no helping hand. These bitches swear they love you, but they gon' fuck on another man. You fell in love,